So one thing we haven't talked about was this WikiLeaks founder, Julian Assange, promising a political October surprise today. It kind of ended up being a letdown for some people who were expecting all kinds of fireworks, but there may very well be other October surprises brewing for the markets. Let's bring in Russell Investments Chief Market Strategist Steve Wood. What October surprises? Because we're seeing a little bit of a surprise right now with the market down 93.
I think we are. I think the surprise is probably going to be what the Fed does. You know, there's a lot of political headline risk. There's European headline risk. But really, you got to follow the instruments. And the Federal Reserve, we think, is going to move in December.
61% right now chance of a December move. That's up 10%. Week over week.
Yes, and I think that could be a little bit higher than that in terms of percentage probability that they move. So I think what the Federal Reserve does is going to be the most important factor that people need to look in their portfolios. The economy is growing okay. We think the Fed's going to be one and done in December, so that's something that we're really keeping our eyes on this month.
Now, let's say they do hike that teeny tiny bit. Might be a short-term gyration, but what do you tell clients right now to do with their money, knowing that there very well could be a move in December?
Yeah, so we think there will be a rate hike, and we think that the U.S. economy is doing okay. So we don't have a lookout below, but we think that the United States, in terms of stock valuations, is expensive. So we've been telling clients for a number of quarters now that they want to, kind of ring the register a little bit. They've done well. It's been a great 7.5 years in U.S. equities. Just trim back some of those profits. Look predominantly in Europe, where valuations are much more...
Even sell on a day like today when the market at one point was down 150 points.
Sure.
You don't want to sell into a down move, do you?
Not necessarily any one day, but if you take a longer-term view of the markets, valuations in Europe are attractive. Around the world, you're getting a lot better bang for your buck. So, you just don't want to stay too long at the party in many cases. So it's not a negative U.S. call. It's just trim some of the profits and look globally.
Steve Wood and his company have $244 billion in assets that they handle. Whoa! Russell Investment Group is rocking it. Thank you, Steve, so much.